such a huge impact, and Sasha Banks too. But I just think that that PCP is going to be more.
Them not being together is kind of weird, but it's what is it? It's Charlotte and
Paige, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch.
And Becky Lynch. Yeah, I think you got to go with those three just because they're the best. But yeah, Sasha Banks is on that team bad or whatever. It's too bad for her because they suck. But yeah, I would say you're probably going to have the Charlotte team win just because the Bellas have been going over so much lately.
All right, so going into the epic tag team match, having the Red Arrow and the Green Arrow versus Stardust and the King of the Cosmos, King Barrett.
I'm sure you're going to have. You know what? This is weird because it's almost like the immovable objects makes the what is it called? The
irresistible force.
Irresistible force because Neville loses every match he's in. Stardust loses almost every match he's in, so they're going up against each other in team format. I think the actor is probably going to go over.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think this past Monday. No, it wasn't this past Monday. It was last week Monday, I think, when he did that whole angle with Stardust. I thought that was awesome. He looked good, getting in the ring. He looked very athletic, and I think his takedown to Stardust was just awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what Stephen Amell does in this matchup. So,
yeah.
All right, so going from that to, we just talked about this, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro.
Boy, this is a tough one. This is the first match you've mentioned that I'm actually really interested in. This is an interesting one. I'm going to have to say that I think that Cesaro should go over, but they both should go over. It's unfair that they have to wrestle each other, but oh man, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be really good. I'm thinking Cesaro's going to go over only because he's got more time in on the main roster, and Kevin Owens, good. I mean, he's so good. He's going to also have a huge match on Saturday night at NXT. Boy, that would really suck. You're talking about burying people. Not to necessarily say he'd be buried, but if he lost in the main event of NXT and then he lost again at SummerSlam, that'd be a pretty sloppy weekend. So almost just with saying that, I think now I'm going to change my vote to Kevin Owens going over so that he can have a one-on-one weekend.
I think that I would go with Kevin Owens too, just because of the fact that I think, like you said, Cesaro has more time on the main roster, and I think he's going to, find ways to get back into that main event spot. But also I think Kevin Owens could use that momentum, either going for the IC title, or I actually pitched the idea that they should have went with having Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins this year to have the Future versus the Architect battle between the two of them, and Triple H should be the special guest referee, and maybe Triple H does a little swerve in the middle where Seth Rollins is going for the pin, get the 1, 2, but Triple H stops at 3 and just gets up from it, and then somehow they have a new person behind the Authority, and who knows, maybe that can help Rollins. Rollins going to face, and if he goes into face, that could mean a possible Shield reunion, which I know we all want to see. WWE finally bring back the Shield. You're already getting the Wyatt family. That's one step closer to being perfect right now. Bring back the Shield. All right. So so now we have the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Tag Team titles. The primetime players, Mr. Millions of Dollars versus Los Matadores versus Lucha Dragons versus New Day Sucks.
It's New Day Stocks.
New Day Stocks. Oh, really? Oh,
New Day Stocks. No, I think Lucha Dragons. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and it'd be really exciting to see something brand new and fresh as the WWE Tag Team Champions. It would make their tag team matches really awesome.
I agree.
I would be shocked. You said Matadors are in this one too?
Most Matadores, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, they suck. I can't stand them. Either that or the New Day would be good, but we've already seen the New Day as tag champions, so I would go with Lucha Dragons. I think they'd be awesome as champs.
I mean, if you're looking for a major shock factor, I think having Lucha Dragons go over would be the best way to do it. I mean, hell, they had the Miz and Mizdow win the tag team titles at Survivor Series last year, and that cost
That's true.
So
yeah,
that's true. Yeah, now where's Mizdow now? He was doing the Macho Man deal with, Curtis Axel, but then, of course, the Hogan controversy, and...
Yep.
And now we lost out on something major.
No.
Anyway, going into the triple threat match for the tag team titles, because it did... Not triple threat tag team titles, Intercontinental title, because it didn't happen last month, so we got to retry again. Ryback versus Big Show versus The Miz. Why?
What are they trying to do with this?
I don't know.
This is just not good. I like Ryback. I think he's a fun guy. He's exciting. He needs to be in there with someone that can bump, someone that can make him look like a champ. Man, imagine how good a feud between Ryback and Adrian Neville would be. I mean, those matches would be amazing. Not to say that Ryback would do anything special, but he could pick that little guy up and throw him halfway across the ring. It would be awesome. Now we got Big Show and The Miz. Miz, I enjoy sometimes. I liked I'm one of the few people that actually liked his main event run, his world title defense at WrestleMania 27 and successful defense.
You're going to bring that up?
I don't know. This match isn't interesting to me at all. And if Ryback doesn't retain, then I think that the WWE is crazy.
Yeah. The big tag team match, Wyatt family versus 2/3 of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I think that this might...
Yeah, this is just a weird match. It's just a bunch of geeks. It's like you guys all should be in better matches.
That being said, I think that this could actually be, match of the night, because even though they don't have, Eric Rowan and Seth Rollins in there, you can't deny that, first time they fought at, Elimination Chamber last year, they put
I know. It was really good. It was really good.
That should have been match of the year. I don't care what anybody else says. But I think that this matchup is going to be just as good, as long as, Roman Reigns doesn't get his hands on the microphone or on, Wyatt too much because of his slippery hands. But that's just me. I think that they've also been really hinting at the idea of having an Ambrose heel turn at SummerSlam, which would be one of those things. Would that make any sense whatsoever?
I don't think that makes sense, just because he's really, really hot right now. As far as the face, I mean, we were at SummerSlam, or not SummerSlam, we were at SmackDown,
right?
This last Tuesday night, and I think Ambrose got the biggest pop of the night. Either that or the Stone Cold promo for that wrestling video game, when that Stone Cold Steve Austin glass smashed, boy, the crowd exploded. But I think that it would be a mistake in a way, because Dean Ambrose is so popular right now. But with that being said, I think Dean Ambrose's natural state should be as a heel. I think he is absolutely fantastic on the microphone. I think he is the one of the Shield that should have been champion. I love Seth Rollins. He's great and everything, but the only thing he's got going for him is at least being a heel, well, besides being a cowardly little prick that never wins a match fair and square. But he's got that really funny laugh.
Right.
But Dean Ambrose has the whole package. He can think on his feet. He can think. He can go through things. He can make people hate him just like that. The way that he responds, his mannerisms, the way he acts, he grabs a microphone. He's very easy to hate. It's just perfect. He is probably the future of WWE heel. Like, he is going to be the best heel. It just depends on when it's going to happen.
Right.
It's got to happen. Maybe it'll happen against John Cena someday. Maybe it'll happen against Roman Reigns. Some big face needs to bring The Rock back for some kind of program and have him turn then. I just don't think if it happened at SummerSlam, it would be forgotten very quickly. I mean, in that match, he's going to turn on Roman. Roman's not even majorly over right now. He's kind of one of those forgotten geeks anyway. Right. I don't know if it would really make much sense. Bray Wyatt turning face, that would make sense. That would be awesome. It's just, I don't know.
I'll probably go with Reigns and Ambrose on this one, just because I think it's one of those victories that's long overdue for, Shield versus Wyatt feud, because Wyatts have always won.
Yeah.
I think it's finally time to have Reigns and Ambrose pick up a victory over those guys. But
I agree.
Yeah. But going into one of the main events, the title for title, United States title versus WWE World title, John Cena versus Rollins. Please tell me you're
so
not.
Wait a second. Wait, you think that's going to be the main event, or do you think Taker and Lesnar's going to be the main event?
I know Taker and Lesnar is going to be the main event. I'm just saying one of the main events that they like to promote.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, we have 3 main events, but there's only going to be one true main event, and that's the last match to go.
I want to hear what your thoughts are on this world title match.
You know, I think one of the things that they made the mistake about was to have that new John Cena T-shirt come out, like now, because I know they have, it's like the 15-time world champion, and John Cena did a pretty good promo on Monday about, like he was going to be the 16th time, and he related, Triple H and, Seth Rollins kind of very well with each other, and I thought that, when he said the phrase, the only difference is that Ric Flair didn't make you his bitch. I thought that was awesome. I'm thinking, wow, they're really going back to like Evolution days here. Jeez.
So you think Triple H is going to somehow interfere and set up a Triple H John Cena feud?
No. I think that if they did do that, I think that would just be so overused, unless they somehow.
That's true.
Unless they make it for like a big time event, like where people would want to see it, like Survivor Series, and it's the opening matchup. That'd be the only time that would work. But I think that Triple H would probably get involved and cost Cena the title, just so that Triple H maybe
wouldn't break or tie with Flair's 16 championships record.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of going with off that, and I think Triple H can probably say the next night is like it's like look who's bitch now, Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, he probably has to set an example for his kids, so he probably won't say that. But I think I'm going to say that Seth Rollins is actually going to get a clean victory over here, and I don't think Cena's going to win the title for his 16th time.
I hope you're right. I really do. I hope Seth Rollins goes over, and I hope he goes over clean, because it's needed. It's much needed. John Cena is on the hottest streak maybe of his last 5 years of his career. I mean, honestly, this U.S. title run of his is beautiful. It's been so good. I think the wrestling has been good. He's been just a workhorse, and he's working through broken noses. He's working through like bad back and all kinds of injuries and stuff. And he's putting on pretty decent matches. The Kevin Owens feud with Cena was fantastic, and he's constantly wrestling like Rusev and Cesaro and more Kevin Owens matches, and it's been good. And I think Seth Rollins putting an end to that and winning both titles would be huge. It would be this exclamation mark or a period that was very much needed on Seth Rollins' like world title run that started at WrestleMania. And the only real like definitive match that Seth Rollins is put together that was a championship match that he really looked good in was the one with him and Dean Ambrose, where he threw Ambrose through was it 4 or 5 running power bombs outside the ring? It was brutal. It was great.
Yeah, that matchup at Money in the Bank. I thought that matchup was probably the best that they've had in the last year. I think.
It was good. I like that a lot. I like that they put Rollins over. They made Rollins look so strong, and he was just he was almost intimidatingly strong. He'd put Dean Ambrose in his place. Everyone was rooting for Dean Ambrose, and he just crushed him. And it's here, look, now I'm the champ. And the next night after that, they had him get in the ring with Brock Lesnar. It looked like a scared puppy. It was fuck. Oh, well.
Yeah. Now going into the real main event, the match that was too big for WrestleMania, the big rematch between Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. Well, first of all, let me get your thoughts on this matchup, period, happening again. Because I know this is 16 months in the making.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand 2 things. When Undertaker fought Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30, he looked terrible. Undertaker, that match, it was exciting because Brock went over, and that was the most memorable part about it, and Undertaker looked like he had just gotten the shit kicked out of him for a good 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
But he looked bad. He looked tired. He looked old. He aged a ton. And when he came out and wrestled at 31 against Bray Wyatt, he looked 5 years younger. He looked like he had gotten his waistline really tight, and you could see a six-pack again, and he looked great. And I don't know if he's just been taking time off from the gym in the last 4 or 5 months or what's been going on, but he looks bad again. He looks like he just doesn't have the tone and definition that he had just in April. Like, it was just there, and now it's lost again. And I don't know if my memory's not working right or what, but I